I just want to start out by saying thank you to all the people who watched my previous video. It has over 100 views as of this point, and I know in the grand scheme of things it's not much, but it is the first video I've ever made to reach that milestone, so I definitely appreciate it. If you want to continue to support this channel, please consider subscribing and liking the video. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm and getting my videos out there, so I appreciate it, and let's get right into the video. Now, the question I want to dive into today is, can Joel Embiid and Ben Simmons coexist together on the Sixers? Now, let's state the facts. Both, of course, dominant players in their own respects. Embiid is an MVP candidate this year, could be the prototype for the modern-day big man. And Ben Simmons definitely is someone who can play bully ball down in the post. He can play make, he's lethal in transition, and they're both just really excellent players. But can Ben and Joel coexist and win a championship together? I would say presently constructed, no. Last night's game versus the Jazz showed how dominant Ben can be. He finished with 42 points, 9 rebounds, and 12 assists. And basically the whole game he was getting whatever the hell he wanted down into the post. He would have gone for like 50 or 60 if Royce wasn't on him, and Royce O'Neal has been an excellent defender this year. He's really taken a step in the right direction. But I feel if Embiid was there, Ben may have taken the foot off the gas pedal a little bit. I've just noticed in recent games, he'll still average nearly a triple-double with 18 to 22 points, somewhere in that range. But Embiid will go off for like 35, 38 points. But in the long term, I don't know how sustainable the combo is, considering the potential we saw from Ben Simmons when he has complete control, for example, last night. He has the potential to be like a point forward, Magic Johnson type player who can dominate on both sides of the court. And I don't know if Embiid wants to be Ben Simmons, Kareem. I mean, it's a different era, of course, but I'm not sure if this formula is going to work out with, you have a stretch big like Embiid, but you also have someone who likes to go down the paint, who likes to facilitate, who can't shoot at all, and doesn't have necessarily a good solid backup point guard, at least to make up the difference. Tobias has been a great option for them, though, to hit some threes and take some pressure off of Embiid and Simmons from scoring. But I'm not too sure if he is the answer for this championship puzzle. I believe Dwight is a great backup to have, and it's nice to have a good old-school center rebounder to back up someone like Embiid, and you can kind of switch back and forth in different playing styles. I believe Maxey is an interesting prospect as well. I haven't seen much of him, but it looks like he may be the guy to kind of fill that Markelle Fultz role. But for Philly, they really should be going after a true point guard as at this point, like Kyle Lowry, who'd be perfect for them. He's an unrestricted free agent at the end of this season, and I'm sure, the greatest Raptor in franchise history would want to, if he's leaving the Raptors, give his team something out the door, whether it be future picks, maybe a nice young prospect. But Kyle's already won a championship. And I feel like that experience can really help out some of the younger guys on the Sixers if he were to be traded there in deep playoff series. But most importantly, Kyle is the facilitator that Philly needs badly and would allow Ben to play more of his natural point forward role on the court. Without someone to facilitate, I feel like the Sixers are overly reliant on Embiid, who can score at will, but I feel like late in, especially in the postseason, the ball could stagnate late in games without a true facilitator on the floor. But the question is, can they win a championship with Embiid and Simmons as their two focal points? I mean, as of this point, they're still first in the East. You do have the Bucks and the Nets to worry about. I'd say mostly the Nets as of this point, but we will have to wait and see on this one. I'm curious to see if they could take the next step, as they haven't really had much playoff success as of this point. Jimmy Butler was the guy who really took them the furthest, and they went up to that game with Kawhi hitting that three in the corner. And, of course, Jimmy Butler left for the Heat, and they replaced him with Tobias, who is a good scoring option, but I'm not sure if he's the guy to really take them to the next level. But anyway, I'm curious to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Can these two coexist for the long term, or are they going to need to make some moves here pretty soon if they're really going to compete with, the Brooklyns and the Milwaukees of the world, let alone whomever comes out of the West? I appreciate you guys, and we shall talk soon on the next video. Bye.